everyone. In this lecture, we will be studying about AC through RL, RC and RLC series circuit. We will be studying about the phasor diagrams for these three circuits and calculating impedance, phase difference, power factor, power delivered in the circuit and also impedance triangle for the three circuits.
When we talk about a resistive circuit and if we draw a phasor, then voltage V is in phase with IR resistive current flowing in the circuit. If we talk about inductive circuit, then current IL will be lagging voltage with an angle of 90 degree. If we talk about capacitive circuit, then current IC will be leading voltage with an angle of 90 degree. If we draw these three phasors combined in a diagram, then we can draw it like this. Voltage V in phase with IR current, inductive current IL with a lag of 90 degree and capacitive current with an angle of 90 degree lead. So if we remember the term CRL, you can remember this term by relating with CFL that you use at your home. CFL, C is for capacitor, R is for resistor and L is for inductor. So if you remember this term CRL, it will be very easy to remember this phasor diagram. Now if we have a circuit that is an RL circuit connected in a series circuit having a voltage source applied through it, then a same current I will be flowing in the circuit. The voltage drop across resistor will be VR and voltage drop across inductor will be VL. Now if we need to draw a phasor diagram for this circuit, how can we draw? Remember, the current flowing through R and L will be the same current I. So as we said, for a resistive network, current I and voltage will be in phase with each other. So current I here is the same for both the elements. VR is in phase with each other, but VL is VL. Where are we going to plot VL? Earlier we had drawn VL and IL, that is IL current is lagging VL by 90 degree. Now since we have only same current flowing through the circuit, that is I, then the phasor, that is this phasor, has shifted upwards and we will have VL here. That is current I is lagging VL by an angle of 90 degree. Now if we need to draw a vector sum of VL and VR, then we can have V somewhere here with an angle of phi. With an angle of phi, we can have a voltage vector sum of voltage somewhere in between VR and VL. Similarly, if we talk about a circuit having R and C component in them, that is connected in series, that is R and C component connected in series having a voltage source, voltage V AC source flowing through it, then current I, that is same current I, will flow in the circuit because of the series connection of R and C. Voltage drop across V resistor will be VR and voltage drop across capacitor will be VC. Now if we need to draw phasor for this circuit connection, then current I will be same in the circuit, voltage VR will be in phase with current, and where will we be plotting VC? As we said earlier, IC current is leading voltage by 90 degree. Now as the current is same for the given circuit, this phasor will shift. This phasor will have a shift. I will come here and voltage VC will shift at the downward side. That is, current IC of the circuit flowing through VC will be leading by an angle 90 degree. If we draw a vector sum of VR and VC, then we will have voltage somewhere in between VR and VC, and the angle of the obtained vector sum will be phi. Same is the case for a circuit having RLC component. When we talk about RLC component, the circuit can be either capacitive or either inductive depending upon the value of XL and XC. If XL is greater than XC, that is VL will be greater than VC in the circuit, and the circuit will be inductive. If XC is greater than XL, that is we will have VC, capacitive voltage, greater than inductive voltage, then the circuit will be capacitive. Now if we need to draw a phasor for RLC circuit, then current I will be flowing in the series circuit across RLC. VR will be in phase with current. If XL is greater than XC, that is if we have an inductive circuit, that is we have VL here and VC here, then we can have inductive circuit somewhere here, that is difference between VL and VC, VL minus VC, VL minus VC. And if we want to have a vector sum of VL minus VC and VR, then we can have V somewhere at this point. If we talk about a capacitive circuit, then we can have at this side VC minus VL, that is VC voltage will be greater than VL, and we will have phasor at this part of the graph. If we plot a vector sum of voltage for VC minus VL and VR, then we can have voltage somewhere here with an angle of phi. Now for all these RL, RC and RLC circuits, let us find out what will be the impedance of the circuit, what will be phase difference tan phi. Let us find out what is power factor cos phi and power in the circuit. The comparative analysis of RC circuit RL circuit, RC circuit and RLC circuit is shown here. We'll go through each one by one so that we can find out value of impedance, phase angle, power factor and power. When we talk about AC circuit, flowing AC through RL series circuit, we have already discussed about the phasor diagram. Now if we need to find out the value of impedance Z, then Z is equal to V by I. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R. R, or replacing it with Z. Now if we want to find impedance value, Z will be equal to V by I. So how can we find out Z value from the given circuit? Let us take this right angled triangle. When we talk about this right angled triangle, we have an angle phi and an angle of 90 degree. If we apply hypotenuse theorem, that is hypotenuse square, that is we have hypotenuse V here, V square is equal to VR square base square plus height square. Height is VL, this VL here. So if we write from the right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to height square plus base square, then VR is equal to I into R and VL is equal to I into XL. Now if we substitute IR and IXL in the formula, and if we take I common, then we can have Z value as V by I, which is equal to root over R square plus XL square. So Z is R plus JXL. Now if we need to find phase angle, that is tan phi from the given phasor diagram. So we have already a right angle triangle with us. What is tan phi? Tan phi is perpendicular by base, and perpendicular here is VL and base is VR. Now tan phi is equal to VL by VR. VL value is I into XL while VR is I into R. If we substitute these values, then we can have I cancelled from numerator and denominator. We have phi as tan inverse XL by R. Now if we talk about power factor, that is we will have to calculate what is cos phi. So from this right angle triangle, once again we will find out what is cos phi. Cos phi is base by hypotenuse. Base is VR, hypotenuse is V. VR value is I into R upon V value is I into Z. Cancelling I, we get V by R. So for the given right angle triangle, we can also draw an impedance diagram. So impedance diagram is what? VR is equal to I into R, VL is equal to I into XL, and V is equal to I into Z. Now if we need to find out power across RL series circuit, then P is equal to, we can say VI cos phi, or we can say in terms of VRMS IRMS cos phi. If we substitute VRMS as Z into IRMS, we can have Z and Z cancelled out by substituting value of cos phi, that we got R by Z, and IRMS, we have two IRMS terms, we multiply and we get P is equal to IRMS square into R. Similarly, if we talk about AC circuit through RC series circuit, we already discussed about the phasor diagram. If we need to find out impedance value in the circuit, then Z is equal to V by I How can we evaluate V by I? We are going to take the help of the right angle triangle that we have here. We will apply hypotenuse theorem, that is hypotenuse Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square is equal to height square plus base square. So we have hypotenuse here as V, height square is VC, and base square is VR. V is equal to, or V square is equal to VR square plus VC square. We know value of VR as I into R. We have VC value as I into XC. Now if we substitute IR and IXC in the formula, we can have I common and we get Z is equal to V by I, which is equal to root over R square plus XC square. If we take equation in complex form, then we can have Z is equal to R minus JXC. If we talk about phase angle, that is, then we have to evaluate tan phi. How can we find out tan phi? Tan phi is perpendicular upon base. So from this right angle triangle, perpendicular is VC and base is VR. Tan phi is equal to VC by VR. VC is IXC and VR is IR. I gets cancelled out and we have tan phi as XC by R, and we can find phi as tan inverse of XC by R. To calculate power factor, how can we find out power factor in the diagram? Power factor can be calculated from cos phi, which is base upon hypotenuse. So in the right angled triangle, base is VR and hypotenuse is V. Value of VR is I into IR into V. Value of VR is I into R and value of V is I into Z. By cancelling I, we have R by Z. So cos phi is R by Z. We can also draw impedance triangle as we drawn in RL. The value of power factor can be obtained. The value of power can be obtained from P is equal to VI cos phi or VRMS IRMS cos phi. Cos phi is R by Z, V is I into Z. On substituting the values and cancelling out Z, we have I square R or IRMS square R. Similarly, for the circuits having R and L and C component in series with an applied voltage V, same current I flows through the circuit. We already discussed phasor diagram, that is when XL is greater than XC, then we will have VL minus VC and VR with a vector sum of V, while if we have VC greater than VL, that is XC is greater than XL, then we will have VC minus VL and VR with a vector sum of voltage V between VC minus VL and VR. For such circuits, if we need to find out the value of impedance, that is Z, which will be equal to V by I, how are we going to find out? Let us consider this right angle triangle. Let us apply Pythagoras theorem. For the right angle triangle, we will have hypotenuse square, that is V square is equal to base square VR square plus height square VL minus VC the whole square. Now we know the values of VR, VL, VC, that is VR is I into R, VL is I into XL and VC is I into XC. Substituting all these terms and taking out I common, we have R square plus XL minus XC the whole square, which is equal to Z is equal to V by I. So if we write this equation in complex form, we have Z is equal to R plus J XL minus XC. If we need to find out the value of tan phi, that is phase difference, again we will take this right angle triangle. We will find out tan phi as perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is VL minus VC, base is VR. So VL minus VC is I into XL minus XC and base is I into R. So tan phi will be equal to XL minus XC upon R, or phi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC upon R. If we want to find out power factor, then we will find power factor from this right angle triangle as cos phi. Cos phi is base upon hypotenuse. Base here is VR and hypotenuse is V. So base VR will be equal to I into R and hypotenuse will be equal to I into Z. I gets cancelled, we have R by Z. If we draw impedance triangle for this circuit, then we can have VR as I into R, VL minus VC as I into XL minus XC, and V is equal to I into Z. And we should remember a thing, that if we need to find power in this method, that is RLC series circuit, then it can be obtained by VI cos phi, which will be equal to I square R. When we calculated value of tan phi, phi will always be positive when XL is greater than XC, and phi will be negative when XC is greater than XL. This is a point to be remembered. Now when we have RLC circuit, then there are three cases that can occur. The first case is XL is greater than XC, that is I will be equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. If we have XL less than XC, then I will be Im sin omega t plus phi. But if XL and XC both are equal, then current value will be equal to Im sin omega t. Now let us go through a summarized tabulation which will be very helpful in solving numericals related to R, L, C or combined components in the element, that is RL, RC and RLC. This is a summarized tabulation shown here. Let us first discuss about the value of impedance. If there is only resistor in the circuit, the value of impedance will be R. When we have only inductor in the circuit, then value of impedance will be omega L. If there is only capacitance, then value of impedance will be 1 by omega C. If we have R and L element in the circuit, then impedance is root over R square plus omega L whole square. When we have R and C component, then it will be equal to root over R square plus minus 1 by omega C whole square. Having RLC, impedance Z will be equal to root over R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. If we talk about phase angle for current, for circuits having only resistor, then the value will be 0. If we have an inductance in the circuit, then it will be equal to 90 degree. If we have capacitance, it will be equal to 90 degree lead. For RL circuit, it will be a lagging current value between 0 to 90 degree. For resistance and capacitance, it will be a lead with 0 to 90 degree value. For RLC component, the value will be between 0 and 90 degree, which will be either lagging or leading. When we talk about power factor, for circuits having R only, the value will be 1. For inductive circuit, it will be 0. For capacitive circuit, it will be 0. For R and L circuit, the value will be lying between 1 to 0 with a lagging value. For R and C circuit, it will be between 0 and 1 with a leading value. For circuits having RLC, the value will be between 0 and 1 and value will be either lagging or leading.